Hello students, now welcome back in online maths classes. As you know, now revision is going to start. So in revision we are going to start first chapter, that is Introduction to Trigonometry. Okay, so it is a first chapter that we are going to start in revision. Okay, so as you already studied what is the trigonometry and introduction, so just see, tri means 3, gon means side, and metron means measure. If we will divide trigonometry, so we will find here this is the measurement of 3 sides. In trigonometry we are going to measure 3 sides. Okay, and what is the Greek, just I wrote there, trigonometron. Trigonometron are the Greek roots words. By these words we can found many words, just like ego is also a root word, egoist, egotist. Okay, so ego, centrist. Okay, so these are also the words where by those we can make many words. So these are the Greek roots, tri, gon and metron. Okay, and if we will find it, so trigonometry is always applicable in right angle triangle in your syllabus, and in previous video I have already taught to you meaning of trigonometry, and it is useful to find out the angles, sides. Okay, because by the Pythagoras theorem we can find out only in that case when 2 sides are given and 1 sides we can find out, but in this one if only 1 side, 1 angle is given, so we can find out this one. So simple thing, the meaning of trigonometry is clear to you. Okay, now observe this one. Trigonometry is a branch of mathematics in which we study the relation between the sides and the angles of a triangle. Okay, it is a branch of mathematics. Here we will study the relation between the sides and the angles of the triangles. Okay, so this is the definition of trigonometry. By this we can better understand how we will find out the. Okay, so let's take a small review for the trigonometry. And here angle A and angle C are the acute angles and angle B are the right angle. That's okay. And we know that the sum of our one triangle is 180 degree. So B is already 90 degree. So here we can say angle A plus angle C will also 90 degree. It means both the angles are complementary angles. Okay, because you know very well if the sum of 2 angles is 90 degree, so it is complementary angles. So here angle A and angle C are the complementary angles. Now take a see in these figures. Here in first triangle ACB, here angle C is right angle, and second also triangle ACB, here angle C is also right angle. So what is the difference in both the figures, that we are going to determine here. Okay, by the help of Pythagoras theorem we can write h square is equal to p square plus b square, because Pythagoras theorem stands for hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. Okay, so h stand for hypotenuse, p stand for perpendicular, and b stand for base. Okay, so just for it is only for your information, hypotenuse, perpendicular and base, and we will use the Pythagoras theorem also in trigonometry. Okay, and how you will determine hypotenuse, Pythagoras and base in the triangles. This is the most important things, because many students are facing problem in this one. Okay, so here are the 3 sides in the given triangle So if we will take the conclusion, suppose one side is 3 and one is 4, so hypotenuse will be 5. And in any right angle triangle, the longest side is always hypotenuse, and it is also the opposite side of 90-degree angle. It means opposite side of right angle. Okay, whatever the opposite, see in the first triangle, angle C is 90-degree, and what is the opposite side of 90-degree? That is AB. So here AB is the hypotenuse. AB is the hypotenuse, and we will denote it by capital H. Okay, so got it? But hypotenuse never change. It will always remain same. Whatever the longest side, that will be always hypotenuse. Otherwise you can see the opposite side of 90-degree angle is always hypotenuse. Now the second thing is perpendicular and base. They will be interchanged to each other. It is depend on the angle. Okay, hypotenuse will never change, but perpendicular and base will change to each other according to the situation, according to the given angle. Okay, how? See here. See, two angles are given there, A and B. Suppose we are taking the angle B. We are taking the angle B. In the case of angle B, the perpendicular is AC. In first figure we are taking the angle B, and in second figure we are taking the angle A. So if we are taking angle B, so perpendicular will be AC, and remaining third side will be base. Why? It is because of the opposite side of the given angle. Opposite side of the given angle is always perpendicular. Note the point, keep the point in your mind. The opposite side of given angle is always perpendicular, and remaining third side will be base. And same for the second figure. Here angle A we are taking, so the opposite side of angle A is BC. Opposite side of angle A is BC. So BC is the perpendicular here, and remaining third side, that is AC, it will be the base. So never be confused about this. It is depend on the angle, that which side we will take perpendicular and which side we will take as base. Okay, so it is depend on the given angle. Got it? This is the most important point, because students are facing problem in this one, not facing, they are forgetting this point. If you will forget this point, so your whole solution will be wrong. Whatever you are doing, that will be wrong. So keep this point in your mind, that what will be the perpendicular and what will be the base. Got it? Okay, so now see, same thing here, we have written here base for BC in first figure and base for second figure is AC. Perpendicular for second figure is BC, and here in for first figure perpendicular is AC. Okay, so I hope so you have got it this point, how you will recognize hypotenuse, perpendicular and base in the given figures. Okay. And just we have studied trigonometry is a branch of mathematics where we find out relation between angles and sides of the given triangle. So it is trigonometry. So we will find out the relation between the given triangle. So 6 ratios are there, that's I have already taught you. First is sine, as usual, at whatever the real, that one sine, SINE, cosine, that is COSINE, and tangent, cosecant, and secant, and cot, and okay, these are the name of that one. Now we are writing this one sine as sine. Generally, these are the real sine, cosine, tangent, etc. These are the real one. Okay, this is the real fact. Those we are writing, but generally we are writing sine as sine, sin. Cosine is right as cos, and tangent is right as tan, and this one is right as cosec, and second last is sec, and third last one is cot. So generally we are writing in this form, and real one, that is those are. Okay, so we are not using always, we are using the short form of this one. Got it? So sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, cot, these are the trigonometric ratios. These are the trigonometric ratios, and how many there are total? Total there are the 6 trigonometric ratios. These are known as trigonometric ratios. Okay, so see how we will find out the trigonometric ratios by the given triangle. Okay, how we will calculate the values of those one, and what are the values. Stick to I have already described. So see here, sin theta is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, cos theta is equal to base upon hypotenuse, tan theta is equal to perpendicular upon base, and cosec is hypotenuse upon perpendicular, sec is equal to hypotenuse upon base, and cot is equal to base upon perpendicular. So these are the ratios by using the given sides of the triangle. So in front of you here 2 triangles are given. First is DEF and second is also DEF. So we will take here different angles. For the different angle we will find it, and already what trick I described to you. What is the trick? You know, forget Pandit Badri Prasad upon Har Har Bhole. This trick you know, Pandit Badri Prasad, PBP upon Har Har Bhole, HHB. So for first P upon H, second B upon H, third one P upon B, and cosec is the reciprocal of sine, sec is the reciprocal of cos, and cot is the reciprocal of tan. Okay, so in first figure DEF triangle, so hypotenuse is the, what is hypotenuse? I already told to you, the opposite side of right angle is always stand for as hypotenuse. Okay, so here DE is the hypotenuse, and we are taking angle E. So what is the opposite side of E? That is DF. So perpendicular is DF, and remaining third side is base. And for the second triangle, always again DE is the hypotenuse, because this is the opposite side of right angle. Now we are taking angle D. So what is the opposite side of angle D? That is EF. So it is the perpendicular, and remaining third side is base, that is the DF. Okay, so got it? First we have decided which are the sides. We have concluded what are the perpendicular and which one is the base, because hypotenuse to always fix, whatever the opposite side of right angle, that is the hypotenuse. Now remaining 2 sides are either perpendicular or base, which one, that we have decided. Okay, so how we will find out the value? Sin E is equal to P upon H, and suppose the values are given here. So how we will find out the values? By using trigonometric ratios. So sin E is equal to P upon H, it is written. So what is perpendicular? DF upon D, DF upon D in the case of sin E, because in the case of E, perpendicular is DF and hypotenuse is D. It is the same for both the triangle. Okay, and if we are finding sin F, if we are finding sin D, so in case of sin D, perpendicular is EF, perpendicular is EF upon DE, EF upon DE in the case of sin D, because for the triangle D, for the angle D, perpendicular is EF and hypotenuse is DE. So we can write sin D is equal to EF upon DE. Okay, EF upon DE we will write it, because it same thing we will do for all remaining 5 ratios. see here, sin D is equal to EF upon DE. Why the difference? Because in both the triangles angles are changed. That's why this difference is showing here. Okay. So we have find out for both the triangles. So now I hope so you have clear both the triangle differences. It means if theta are the change, so how the values of trigonometric ratios will be changed. Hypotenuse will not change, but the perpendicular and the base, they will interchange to each other in the case of theta is going to change. Okay, same thing if we will find out the value of tan, the same thing will happen. Okay, if we are going to find out the tan E and tan D, same thing will happen. In the case of cos, same thing will happen. Now see, cos E is equal to B upon S. For the first triangle we will use E, the perpendicular is DF and base is EF. So we will write here EF upon D, because the formula is base upon hypotenuse. So EF upon DE. And if we are going to find out cos D, so in that one DF upon DE, because for the second triangle base is DF. Okay, so I think you have understood this concept very well. In the case of tan, you will find out the similar values like this, and cosec, sec, cot. So just watch here how we are finding out the values of these one. And now we are going to move towards trigonometric values like 0 degree, 30 degree, 45, 60 and 90 degree. Okay, because these are usually used in questions. In previous video I have taught how will you find out the values by geometrical method, but today I am going to tell you one trick. How will you find out? Suppose you forget the values, so how will you find out those values in within a 1 minute? Okay, so simply write here numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It means you need to write the number from 0 to 4. I think you have no problem. And divided numbers by 4. Okay, it is also so simple. First step, write the numbers 0 to 4, then divide all the numbers by 4. And third step is here, take out the under root of all the numbers. Take out the under root of all the numbers. Okay, see 0 upon 4, it is 0. 1 upon 4, and you will take it under root, so it will be 1 upon root 2. And when you will take the under root of 2 upon 4, so it will be when you will take the under root of 0 upon when you will take the under root of 0 upon 4, so it will come 0. Okay, so written here 0. And 1 under root of 1 is 1, under root of 4 is 1 upon 2. And third one is here, to root of 4, that is 1 upon root 2. Okay, then after 4 root 3 upon 4, so it will under root 3 upon 2, and 4 upon 4 means 1. Now see there, 5 values in front of you. 0 is the value of sine 0, 1 upon 2 is the value of sine 30, 1 upon root 2 is the value of sine 45, root 3 by 2 is the value of sine 60, and 1 is the value of sine 90. So sine to values you have done. Okay, now how will you find out the value of cos? Simple thing, no problem. So first we need to draw here table 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. Here it is. Draw the table. Okay, so first value is sine, so we need to write here sine. The value of, just you have find out 0, here 1 upon 2, here 1 upon root 2, here root 3 by 2, and here you have find out 1 or not from the solution. Now if you are going to find out the value of cos, simple thing, you know, just nothing, you know, start from the reverse. You started from here 0, now the value of cos 0 is 1. From here you need to start from here, just in this direction. Okay, and the value of cos 30 is root 3 by 2, and the value of cos 45 1 upon root 2. Value of cos 45 is 1 upon root 2. Value of cos 30 is 1 upon 2, and value of cos 90 is 0. Okay, so sin cos you have find out, and tan theta is equal to, you know, variable sin theta upon cos theta. So if we will divide 0 upon 1, so 0 will come, so it is tan 0. Sin 30 upon cos 30, it is tan 30, so 2 and 2 cancel, so 1 upon root 3 is the value of tan 30. Now tan 45, root 2 and root 2 cancel, so it is 1. Tan 60, 2 and 2 again cancel, so it is root 3, and tan 90, it is 1 upon 0, so it is infinite. Okay, now 3 values. Okay, now if you are going to find out the value of sec theta, so sec theta is there 1 upon cos theta, you know very well, so you will take the reciprocal of cos, and cosec is a reciprocal of sine, so you will take the reciprocal of values of sin theta. So by this way you can prepare the whole table within a minute, and it is a very easy trick. You can understand and you can prepare the table and practice it. Okay, so let's move towards the question based on the trigonometric values. Okay students, so let's we will talk now on the trigonometric identities. It means how we will prove the trigonometric identities. We already discussed what are the trigonometry, we have discussed, and okay, so now we will go through the trigonometric identities. So here we are going to discuss on the topic trigonometric identities. Metric identities. Okay, so there are the three identities already I told to you, and for the derivation of the trigonometric identities, just we will recall Pythagoras theorem. This theorem, Pythagoras theorem, and we will know very well in Pythagoras theorem. Suppose it is a right angle triangle A B C, where angle B is right angle, where angle B is right angle. Okay, so we can write in this triangle as on the basis of Pythagoras theorem, AC square is equal to BC square plus AB square. We can write it or not? We can write it AB square. Okay, so it is the Pythagoras theorem. The space is less. Okay, so it is plus AB square. So it is the Pythagoras theorem. We will know very well. So we'll talk how we'll find out the three identities by using Pythagoras theorem. So simply we'll draw the same triangle A B C, and we will write now Pythagoras theorem, that is AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Now divide both sides by AC square. Dividing both sides by AC square, so there will be no effect. AC square upon AC square upon AC square. Okay, so AC square will be cancelled, so it is 1, and AB upon AC. What is AB here? Suppose this angle is theta angle, so for angle C, AB is perpendicular and AC is hypotenuse. So perpendicular upon hypotenuse, we know sin theta, because AB upon AB square upon AC square, we can write it in this form: AB upon AC whole square. Okay, and BC upon AC whole square. And from the figure, from the triangle, we can say AB upon AC is the sin theta and BC upon AC is the cos theta. So we will write here 1 is equal to sin square theta plus cos square theta. 1 is equal to sin square theta plus cos square theta. Okay, so it is the first identity. By transposing the terms, we can find out two more identities, that is 1 is 1, it will be 1 minus sin square theta is equal to cos square theta. Same thing, 1 minus cos square theta is equal to sin square theta. Now two more INTs are here. Those are 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta, and 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. These two more INTs are here. Okay, so how we will solve? See here. So just now we have derived 1 plus sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Okay, just now we have derived. Now dividing both sides by sin square theta. Dividing both sides by sin square theta. Okay, there is no effect because we are dividing both sides. This sin cancel and 1, and we know that cos square theta upon sin square theta is cot square theta. So we will write here cot square theta, and 1 upon sin square theta is cosec square theta. This is the next identity. 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Okay, this is the next identity. Now third identity, again we will use the same term, 1 sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. In previous one we have divided this identity by sin square theta, but now we will divide it by cos square theta both sides. Cos square theta and cos square theta. Okay, so sin upon cos we know very well, it is tan square theta, and plus this and this cos cancel 1, and 1 upon cos is equal to sec square theta. So it is third identity. So in this we have learned how we will derive the given identity by using Pythagoras theorem. So these identity are here. First is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Second is 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta, and third one is 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. Okay, so this is the derivation of identities. Now we will learn the complementary angles. Okay, so let's begin the trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. Just we can see in this figure, there is the right angle triangle is given, and one angle is 90 degree, and the remaining two angles are alpha and beta. So we know very well, if one angle is 90 degree and the sum of triangles is 180 degree, in that way we can see alpha plus beta is equal to 90 degree, and these both angles are complementary angles. So now we will find out the values of trigonometric complementary angles. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so topic is there, trigonometric ratio of complementary angles. So we are going to learn in this topic how we will convert the complementary angles as like trigonometric ratios. Just complementary, you know very well what are the complementary angles. Again I am repeating this concept. if the sum of two angles is 90 degree, so those angles are known as complementary. Just symbol angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 90 degree, so we can say both the angles are complementary angles. Just let's take a triangle ABC. It is a right angle triangle where angle B is 90 degree and two angles more are there, angle A and angle C. Okay, so as we know by the angle sum property, angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. That's why angle A plus angle C is equal to 90 degree. Okay, so if we want to write angle A is equal to, so we can write here 90 minus angle C, and if we want to write angle C in term of angle A, so we can write angle A is equal to 90 minus angle C, and in this triangle angle A and angle C are the complementary angles because the sum of both the angles are 90 degree. Okay, so we will find out here this relation in trigonometric ratio. There are the 6 trigonometric ratio. You already know about this fact. Okay, so how the trigonometric ratios are correlate in the term of complementary angles. See, same triangle is here ABC, where angle B is 90 degree and angle A and angle C, and angle C can be written as in the term of angle A, that is 90 minus angle A. So simply first we will write about the values of sin A from the triangle. So sin A, because the opposite side of angle is known as perpendicular, that's why sin A is equal to BC upon AC. Cos A is equal to AB upon AC because it is based upon hypotenuse. Tan A is equal to BC upon AB because it is perpendicular upon base. Okay, now cosec A is equal to, simply cosec is the reciprocal of sine, so we can write here AC upon BC. Simply sec A, AC upon AB because it's the reciprocal of cos A, and tan A, the reciprocal of tan A is cot A. So cot A is equal to AB upon BC. Okay, these values we have written from the triangle. Now we will find out the value all the trigonometric ratios for the angle C. Okay, so sin C is equal to, now the opposite side of angle C is perpendicular, so sin C is equal to AB upon AC because hypotenuse will not change, and in place of C we can write 90 minus A also from the relation. So in place of C we are writing here sin 90 minus A is equal to AB upon AC because the AB is the hypotenuse for the angle C. Okay, so same thing we will write down the values of all 6 trigonometric ratios. Cos C, so cos C is here, so for the cos C base is BC because perpendicular is to AB here for the angle C, so we will write cos C is equal to BC upon AC. Same thing we will write tan C, then cosec C, then sec C, and tan cot C. Okay, so we are writing same procedure, all the values, just watch here. Okay, so all the values are completed here, and everywhere in the place of C we have done 90 minus A. Now we will comparison of all these values with the angle A and angle C, how they are correlate to each other. Now value of sin A is equal to BC upon AC. These values are the for angle A, and for the second column these values for the angle C. Okay, so we are going to correlate all these values. So sin A is equal to given here BC upon AC. Okay, and for angle C, sin C is equal to given AB upon AC. Sin C means 90 minus A. Now we will AB upon AC is given here. Now we will search AB upon AC where given in the first column. So it is, we can see simply cos A is equal to AB upon AC we have written here. So what we will write? We can write in place of AB upon AC 90 minus A. What we will write in place, that is 90 minus A. It means cos A is equal to sin 90 minus A, or simply you can say sin 90 minus A is equal to cos A, because AB upon AC is equal to cos A. So in place of AB upon AC we can write cos A. So first formula is that sin 90 minus A is equal to cos A. Okay, same thing we will find out for the next value. So it is BC upon AC, and here for the sine, so in place we can write here cos 90 minus A. Cos 90 minus A is equal to BC upon AC. Cos 90 minus A is equal to BC upon AC, and BC upon AC stand for the from first column, that is sin A. So formula is that cos 90 minus A is equal to sin A. Like that we will find out remaining four values. So for tan, the tan C is equal to tan 90 minus A, and for the from the first column it is belonging from the cot A. So tan 90 minus A is equal to, we can write cot A. Okay, same thing for the next value cosec C, that is cosec 90 minus A. So it is belonging from the sec A. The cosec 90 minus A is equal to sec A, and then sec 90 minus A is equal to cosec A, and cot 90 minus A is equal to tan A. So these all are the trigonometric complementary angles values. So we are doing here step by step. Just observe it. Okay, so we have find out all the values of complementary angles in the form of trigonometric ratios. So we get from here sin 90 minus A, cos A, cos 90 minus A is equal to sin A, tan 90 minus A is equal to cot A, cot 90 minus A is equal to tan A, cosec 90 minus A is equal to sec A, and sec 90 minus A is equal to cosec A, because we know angle C is equal to 90 minus A. That's why we have written in place of angle C 90 minus A, and we get the values of complementary angles, and the angle A and angle C both are here complementary angles because the sum of both the angles is 90. So these all are the formulas, and how we will derive it, that's I have explained here. These are the steps to find out the trigonometric ratio of complementary angles. I hope so you have understood this concept. Okay, and you can do all the exercise, and already you have done all NCERT exercise. With this video I will provide some important questions to you. You need to solve those questions on your notebook, and also you need to revise your NCERT exercise. If any kind of problem, so you can ask me. Thank you everyone, and have a nice day.